And welcome to
Nice podcast with you boys.
Matt Jackson
And Jedi Joe. Motherfucking cool. What's up, y'all? We're here and we're reviewing the weekly review
of everything,
of every show for the week of WWE, of AEW, of...
Well, TNA this week will be a short review, okay?
Has Impact started yet? Or has TNA started yet?
Well, we'll get to that in a little bit, but it's a quick review, I'll tell you that much right now. But we are going to start doing this, since I've already started doing it, with the Christmas week. We're going into the New Year's week, where they have Raw Day 1, NXT,
Raw Day 1.
NXT New Year's Evil. We
NXT New Year's Evil.
We have Dynamite, what was it, New Year's Bash or something like that. And then we have Rampage, I think New Year's Bash as well, or something like that, and Collision as well. And we also have the TNA, and we're going to talk a little bit about TNA and probably Ring of Honor, and yeah. So it's a jam-packed week, and we're going to be doing this weekly show, and whether or not it's going to be the High as Fuck podcast or the format, it depends on whether or not availability and all that. But
Raw. Anyway.
Yeah, for the most part.
At the show, the first of the week show, if I can watch Raw, then I can do it, obviously.
But it is a Saturday today, and I wait till Collision is going on to start recording. So might as well chop it up, chop it in, get it in. And so that's what we're doing on the that's what's new this year for the channel. Every Sunday, a weekly review of every company or everything that we watched during that week and whatnot of wrestling. So I'm hopefully going to be getting back into the groove of watching, like, they're talking about, like, MLWs and stuff like that. So you never know. So there's more companies out there to talk about, than just the main, couple. But anyway, so we want to like and subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Hit
notification bells. Comment. Tell us what you want to hear us watch and talk about.
Definitely. We love the comments. We will definitely, I'll heart them as I get them. And we'll definitely listen to the viewers if y'all want to like and subscribe. And if you like and subscribe, or if you do a comment, I do shout outs to people. Yeah. So I'll give you a shout out in the pod, and you might get some subscribers that way. Who knows? It is the year of just, progressing.
It is the new year, 2024.
And it's just the year of just like, we want to say this every year is like, this year is going to get bigger and better. And,
of course,
with everything, across all my channels, with everything. So I have a new album coming out, January 12th. It is called, Cruel Insane. It's a 12-track album. It's 38 minutes long. It's sick as hell. It's fucking dope. So yeah. Anyway,
I'm pretending to scratch my neck like a crackhead and then say, "You got any more of those hip hop songs that I can actually hear?"
Yeah, these songs you can understand the lyrics. I'm starting a whole new deal where, I'm not using a voice changer on none of this, except for maybe I think one or two maybe got voice changed, but the rest not really voice changing. I'm just using my actual voice and shit.
Nice.
So I've been doing that the whole time, but Lord Atheist. Anyway, it'll be tagged in the description of this video if you want to go check that music out. I know it sounds fucking satanic or whatever you want to call it, but it's really, it's some really uplifting lyrics and shit. This album.
I'll be honest, guys, for real, if it wasn't my friend, it would be something I would normally shy away from. Like if I saw it on YouTube, I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's dope.
Yeah. But this new stuff is really good. I've got a couple tracks about people that we've lost in 2023. Like I've got a song called "Lost Without Wyndham." And it's talking about Bray Wyatt and all that, and all that. So, and I've got that song coming out. That's actually going out tomorrow, folks. That's going out tomorrow. Oh, actually, it's going out at 12 o'clock a.m. tonight. So, at 12 a.m. tonight, Lost Without Wyndham comes out, and then tomorrow at 12 p.m. a little short comes up. It's going to be Sun Worshippers, and that is the outro, the outro to the album. So it's just an outro song, but I'm putting that as a short. But either way, that's going out all tomorrow. So it's got some aspects of that, and it's also got a song on there called Raw, R.A.W. It stands for something, Ruthless Angry White Boys. My homeboy DJ Wilson, I want to give a shout out to him. He had died. He died this last year, like in the middle of the year or whatever, and it crushed me. So I was out there pounding out some songs, and this one just came out of my soul. And so it also hits on other friends that I've lost over time. So in a whole, Ruthless Angry White Boys. That's just, that's the song name. DJ would be proud of it. He bumped my music. He was a subscriber. He loved what I was doing. So yeah, big shout out to DJ Wilson. Love you, man. But we're going to send y'all down to Southwick Plaza Vape and Shop. Yep, Tobacco and
Northern
Vape.
Shopping Center Tobacco and Vape Store now.
Yeah.
It's a new one.
Mm.
Go to that one.
Mm. So there's another one. And then you got Blue Park, and then you've got all this in Danville, Virginia. We got Lady Luck Pawn Shop. So hopefully these businesses get good shit going this year too as well. And we want to send you to all your local McDonald's. Get you the McDonald's app and just rock and roll. Get you some free food this year.
Matt,
Yo,
I went down to the Northern Shopping Center Tobacco and Vape Store today. Paul Montana, our boy. He gave me a new vape, nicotine vape.
Right.
It is Crazy Ace.
All right.
15,000 puffs. So like the Snoopy smoke.
All right.
When you hit it, it's got a readout of like your battery level and your juice level.
Cool.
And it's got two different modes. So you can set it on rage mode, which kind of restricts the airflow and I think gives it more flavor. And then it has another mode, and I don't really know what the other mode does. It just makes the pull a lot lighter. Okay.
Well, that's different. What was the brand again?
It's called Crazy Ace. It's
15,000
puffs.
I got to get me one of them Tekashi 6ix9ine ones. But I'm puffing on this Elf bar. I'm going to have to get me a new one soon. But cherry dragon fruit, it's good.
The Geek Bar that I had the last time I was out there?
Yeah.
I'll let you hit.
Yeah.
It says it has 0.9 juice left.
Yeah.
And it still tastes brand new.
That's wild. That is wild. We'll want to send you over there to them vape shops to get you some backwoods grinders, man. I got me a backwoods grinder for Christmas, folks. It's got the Rick and Morty cast on it. It's got extra characters on it as well.
Still hitting that alien bong like a bitch.
And that alien bong is out of this world, guys. The grinder has like this purple blood drip down the side. It's just sick. Get you some backwoods stuff. We like to promote backwoods, raw, and we get it backwoods and raw, man. We go raw in the backwoods, man.
And go to the Eden Flea Market.
Flea Market.
Not Eden.
Not Eden.
Reedsville Flea Market.
Reedsville, people. Reedsville.
No.
No, not Reedsville. But they might have one in Reedsville, so y'all check that out.
Fuck, what is it?
There's probably one of them flea markets every place around here.
Go to the Danville Flea Market.
Go to the Danville Flea Market. We're just going to send you over there. Eden Flea Market is good, too. They got the wrestling figures out the ass out there if you're trying to find your kids some wrestling figures.
and go get a bowl made by or buy a thing from a guy that bought some things and is selling them again.
Oh, hell yeah.
He has a collection. And I got a bowl that has a stormtrooper.
Yeah, that thing is cool. Man, I wish I could find another type that I have. The eyeball one I have. It's a green with the eyeball with the spikes on the side. I wish I could find like a different style of that. That would be cool.
I can't believe you lost Oculus, dude.
I didn't lose Oculus. I got him.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been had him back. I found him. He was underneath, like, I think the bed or something. I can't remember. But, yeah, so, yeah. Got me some new weed this week, too. I don't know. I think it's a mix, but the last stuff that was in it was cereal cake. So, and then some new strand or whatever that, I got as well. But
I gotta look at my bag and tell you what I got. I don't even know. Pat gave me some stuff.
So we've had a great week so far in wrestling, guys. So like if like
women slapper.
I mean the whole week was good so far. I'm watching Collision right now, and it's a banger of a match between two guys you wouldn't really get that break in WWE.
All right, guys.
But we're gonna start with Raw.
So Raw has been.
It was Raw WWE Raw Day 1. January 1st, 2024.
2024, the first day of the year.
It was on Fox Network and
Fox Network, USA Network, actually.
Trying to figure out where they were at. I'm looking at the card right now. I'm trying to figure out where they were at. It's not really saying where they're at, but whatever. Well, they started them with like a banger, a fist to face, type deal with Nia Jax versus Becky Lynch. It
started with Nia Jax and Becky Lynch.
Yeah, what a banger!
That match was hard hitting, dude.
Yeah, man. I mean, just this picture right here I'm looking at is hard hitting.
Becky beat the fuck out of Nia.
Yeah. Oh man, that match was just a banger.
She pulled her over the rope and laid her over top of the rope, and she's already bleeding at this point. Like, her mouth is bloody.
Yeah.
And she gets up on the top rope. She laid her over the middle rope and beat her up, just like wailed on her.
Yeah.
And she gets up on the top rope and she jumps off. And then Nia catches her with the fist. Uppercut as Becky comes off the top rope. It's crazy.
Crazy Kevin Powell. Yeah, and she hit her with the Annihilator at the end, which,
and then she crawls up on the top rope and hits her with the Annihilator.
Which is also the rum shaker that Rikishi used.
And then she pinned her.
So
beat Becky 1, 2, 3 in the center of the ring. Or not in the center of the ring, but in the edge of the ring.
And all seriousness, and all realness, like the weight of Nia and the size of Becky, that was destructive. Okay. If it was her doing it to Piper Niven, it wouldn't be as bad.
I mean, look at Becky bleeding, dude.
I know. So yeah. It was a hellacious. Well, just starting off with that is pretty cool,
Raw Day 1 started off with a banger.
Yeah, banger. But we also right after that we had Shinsuke Nakamura.
Shinsuke interrupted Cody. Yeah.
Interrupted Cody and stuff, and did the whole deal.
And he said he was going to finish his story, dude.
So it was not really much there except for, like a promo and whatnot, which is very interesting and it's getting captivating, I would say, because Shinsuke Nakamura is just that character.
Shinsuke's little side story for Cody here is interesting for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, it's like on the game. It's like you get a little side quest and Shinsuke's your side quest. So it makes sense to the product for right now, and I'm liking it. As long as, Cody can somehow get something, eventually.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Shinsuke, at the end of his promo, he misted a piece of glass, I guess, or plastic or something in front of the camera.
Yeah.
So there was red mist all over the camera.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
And then we had
R-Truth.
Jay and Kofi.
Miz.
Wait a minute. We had Joe and Kofi, Jay Uso and Kofi Kingston versus
highlight here.
Imperium.
R-Truth.
Imperium was stopped by the referee due to Giovanni Vinci's injury. On Miz TV, the Miz and self-proclaimed member of the Judgment Day, R-Truth, found themselves in a confrontation with Dirty Dominic Mysterio and J.D. McDonough. On a special Day 1 edition of Miz TV, the A-lister and self-proclaimed member of the Judgment Day, whatever. Wait a minute, I just read that again. I don't know why they have it written here twice. They just tricked me. But anyway, so then it ended up being just a great segment in that little period. But it was also a match. It ended up being a match.
Yeah.
The Miz and R-Truth versus
JD and Dominic match was hilarious. Like, I just watched the clip of it.
Yeah.
And R-Truth was standing on the Judgment Day side. He's wearing Judgment Day clothes. He's got the Finn, Damian, Rhea, and Dirty Dom shirt.
Yeah.
And his shirt has the duct tape on the bottom of it that has his name on it.
Yeah, he's a hoot, man.
It's hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
And then he was standing in Judgment Day's corner, and JD tagged him in.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
And they were like, yeah, and R-Truth was like, dude, I'm y'all, whatever. And so then Dom was like, okay, then punch him, whatever. And then JD pulled him around and held Miz by his back of his arms, and R-Truth was supposed to be Miz's partner.
Yeah. He just kept doing that.
Was gonna go punch him, and he said, "I love you, Miz. I'm sorry." Kind of like Shawn Michaels. Like he was.
It was
Shawn Michaels.
It was
hilarious.
Oh my god, it was definitely the Shawn Michaels shit, because R-Truth he just does that shit, man. I love the man. Me and Road the Martian was talking about that at Tokyo Grill Thursday night. He's an artist here in Danville, Road the Martian. Look him up on Facebook and all that. The Martian, what do they call the Martian plant? But anyway, so yeah, we were talking about it. He's just a wild character.
R-Truth, thinking he's part of the Judgment Day, goes to punch the Miz, who is supposed to be his tag team partner.
Yeah.
And then Miz ducks out of the way and he punches JD.
Yeah. That's just R-Truth for you. He's insane.
R-Truth grabbed JD, and then he pushed him towards Miz to do the SKF. SCF, sorry.
Yeah, that was a good match. It was very entertaining. Did you get to the Rhea Ripley?
And then we had Katana Chance and Kaden Carter at the club with their tag team titles in a promo with Piper Niven and Chelsea Green.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, because Jim Cornette was just talking about how they needed to capitalize on that, or do something with that, rather, whatever he was trying to say.
Super cute. I like the little cinematic promo. It's nice.
Did you get to Rhea Ripley versus Ivy Neal?
I did, but then I started going back through it when I was doing the review.
Okay. Well, the Women's World Championship was on the line, and it was Rhea Ripley and Ivy Nile, and that match was really good, for what it was. And the whole time I'm sitting here, I'm wanting. Oh, Andrew Everett is going to debut on Collision. Wow. Anyway, I was wanting like Ivy Neal to win, of course, but I knew it wasn't going to happen, But Ivy Nile, I mean, because Ivy Nile is just one of them workhorses, man. She's a hard worker, and she's the best thing out of the Creed brothers, little deal. So, but yeah, great match. But yeah, any words on that?
I hadn't watched it yet.
Because I mean,
because I stopped when we were getting ready to do the review.
Well, I mean, it was a hard-fought effort anyway.
I'm sure it was great. I mean, like, Ivy's awesome, of course. And then fucking Rhea is just dominant. I think Ivy's a little too small for Rhea. That's the problem.
Ivy reminds me of a Luna Vachon in the way...
I like that comparison.
Yeah, with the hair and all that. Yeah. And I could see her doing a dark role where she does an homage where she does the... What?
Rhea still raped her in the butt.
Yeah. But it would be good to see Ivy Nile do the whole Luna Vachon like homage where she puts the veins, like draws veins through her head and shit. That would be really dope. And then go a darker gimmick. So I'm just putting that out there, Ivy Nile. You'll never hear this, but let's just manifest that. She needs a dark gimmick. I think that's what she needs. Some characters, you put them out there as one way, and then you just find out later that you need to put them a little bit darker. And she could do
the Rock promo.
Yeah, the Rock's thing. Okay, so Jinder Mahal comes out there, right? And everybody's like booing the fuck out of Jinder because no one wants Jinder here. No one wants Jinder at all. They're like, oh, a WWE champion, and Jinder comes out. That's not the guy we were wanting, right? That's not the guy we were getting in the first place. We got him, but then next thing you know, The Rock comes out and cremates them and drops mic bombs and all that shit, pipe bombs, and then all that, and just throws it down and cremates them, Talks about, he hints at wants a spot at the head of the table. So I was like, so that's interesting. So we might be able to get The Rock versus Roman Reigns at some point. Is it just going to be for the red necklace, or is it going to be for the titles? Or the title, yeah. So that's what I'm wondering. What's your take on that?
You're the day one douchebag. You're not the modern day Maharaja. I love The Rock.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh my god.
I met Jinder Mahal one time. He's a good guy. He's nice. He's a nice guy. He just cremates them, man. Gives them all he can. Like and subscribe, people. Donate if you want to.
Your candy. Yeah.
Everybody, like and subscribe. Donate
Damn
if
right,
you want to.
The Rock.
JF Killer Cash App.
Oh man, The Rock coming back for day one. That's just awesome. And
yeah.
It just takes out Jinder Mahal.
We were mad about last year not getting The Rock, but this year we get them. So sometimes you have to wait.
They overload us with The Rock.
Yeah.
They've given him twice in SmackDown, Raw. We're probably going to have him at WrestleMania because they're making up for him not returning last year.
I want to see WrestleMania. I mean, we should be doing the predictions right now, but I mean, I would say Seth and CM Punk, Roman, and The Rock.
Roman and Rock for the head of the table.
And the titles. And it's Seth versus CM Punk for the title.
And Seth for the title.
Yep. Then Cody and Shinsuke Nakamura some more. No, I'm just playing. I don't know who Cody will be fighting next, but whatever.
Cody fights.
But anyway, so after all that Rock madness.
For a title.
What's your take on the Rock?
Rock fights Roman for the head of the table. He just takes over one night on like Monday Night Raw right before WrestleMania, right?
Yeah, and then he becomes the host, the tribal chief host.
And he's the tribal chief host. And then Cody takes Roman on for the titles, and Cody wins the titles. And then Roman retires for a little while. And then he can come back later. If he wants to, if he feels up to it.
Oh, wow. We got some early predictions there with the WrestleMania. Y'all have heard it here on the High as Fuck podcast, people.
Or day one of WrestleMania, Roman Rock for the head of the table.
And then the next night it's for the titles. Okay.
And Cody and Roman for the titles the next night.
So we have a double title fight. Because Seth and the other world title at the same night. So we'd have to have that too. I'd have to think about that. But yeah. So that's some good things right there thinking about. We also have Royal Rumble coming up soon. So hopefully we can sit at Wings and Things and do that. I mean, 716 Wings.
716.
Maybe we could plan to do that. Sit at 716 Wings with me, you, Kyle, and whoever else wants to come out and enjoy the Royal Rumble, which is the Royal Rumble is one of the most fascinating and one of the greatest pay-per-views ever. And we're hoping to see Jade Cargill there. But anyway, so we've got the next match. It's Shayna Baszler and Zoe Starks versus Tegan Nox and Natalya.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a banger. That was a great match.
This must be out of order because I'm watching I'm watching Drew and Seth right now.
Oh, I guess it is, but I'm just talking in order as it here, I guess. But I think it is out of order. I mean, you're out of order.
Yeah.
Something's out of order. But this is for like I think the number one contender or something. But anyway, so yeah, my girls won. Shayna and Zoe. I've got to get a Zoe Starks figure. I got to get a Zoe figure now. I have to get a Zoe.
Natalya and
I gotta get Ivy too.
Competitor?
They were fighting Tegan Nox and Natalya.
Tegan and Natalya. That's it.
Yeah, Starks and Baszler. Great match.
Yeah, that would have been an awesome match.
Yeah, I love me some Baszler, and Starks just working with Baszler right now is just what she needs to be doing, I guess. So looking forward to them being the tag team champions at some point. But yeah, I love the match. So yeah, thumbs up for that. We have Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre for the world title.
Seth and Drew for the world title. I just saw Drew almost beat Seth off of Damian trying to cash in the title.
Yeah.
And Drew had Seth dead to rights.
Yep.
And pinned him, and then somehow Seth, in ring awareness, had enough wherewithal just to get his toe over the bottom rope, so the ref had to stop the count.
Yep.
It was wild.
That's just it's crazy as hell. The match was just a phenomenal for one, because of the two competitors that are in there, Seth Rollins and Drew fucking McIntyre, man. Two of the fucking greatest of all times for recents. And it's just phenomenal shit, dude. Phenomenal shit. I think Rollins SmackDown are getting back better. Everything's getting better. And yeah, it's just how it is.
If day one is any indicator of the year we're about to have,
yeah,
then we're in for a good year.
Yep. And so, I mean, yeah, so if check out Raws, check out your SmackDowns, check out your NXTs, and that just is going to be right there where we're going next. We're going into NXT. We're going to be talking about, we're going to be doing this, we're going to be liking and subscribing, hitting the notification bell, and commenting and all that.
Follow.
Because this is the Hottest Fuck podcast. And this is the WWE NXT New Year's Evil 2024 review. And just in general, this whole fucking, like, the whole beginning of the show was good. There was no band playing, which was kind of, like, disappointing. But yeah, that was about the only thing that was really disappointing, was there was no band. But the first match on this, it's crazy because it was a world title match, It was NXT Women's Champion Lyra Valkyria versus Blair Davenport.
Ooh, Lyra Valkyria versus Blair Davenport. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, cause that right there, man, that was a good match right there. Valkyria was too fast for Blair, escaping the strikes of her challenge, and Valkyria took her down with a confident roundhouse kick and cross-legged Samoan driver to win. But yeah, so I mean,
That sounds like a nice finish.
WWE posted on Twitter the faces that go, oh, like the oh my god faces with things are picking up in the title match. So with that and a little video clip, I mean, I know it's WWE praising their own shit, but that's got to say something for the rest of the year as well for NXT. And seeing new names coming through NXT as well this year with the names that's coming through this year, and there's more to come. So that's big as well. Afterward, Lola Vice ran out to cash in her breakout contract for a title shot, but Tatum Paxley made a save. Elektra Lopez got involved, but Paxley and Valkyria sent them running. This was a very good match as Valkyria continues to deliver in title defenses. It is a shame she is not defending more regularly, but hopefully that is coming. Davenport looked dangerous, but not at the same level as Valkyria. Down the stretch, Valkyria had a leg up on her, winning in clean and definitive fashion. Davenport should transition to a full feud with Nikita Lyons, while Valkyria is likely to focus on Lola Vice, then Cora Jade soon. So Valkyria, of course, she defeated Davenport by the pinfall to retain the title. So they said it was a B plus on this site. BR Bleacher Report says a B plus for this. What do you? Okay, so here's wait a minute. Before I ask you that, here's some notable moments as well. Vic Joseph announced the first 30 minutes were commercial free. Valkyria ducked the knee strike of Davenport outside, sending her challenger's knee through the table. Later, Paxley happily showed her admiration for Valkyria backstage. Or Paxley. I hope I said Paxley. So what do you think about me talking about that? What do you think about that?
I mean, I remember the Blair Davenport and Lyra Valkyria. I know that they're good competitors, so I'm sure it was a strong match. They were going for a title, so of course they were. They put on a show. Like it tore down the house. I'm sure of it.
Oh yeah, definitely. So anyway, scooting over to the Latino World Order versus
LWO.
Yeah, versus the No Quarter Catch Crew. And the LWO and the No Quarter Catch Crew, it's 3-on-3. So with Dragon Lee unfortunately stuck in Mexico due to visa issues, Carlito was revealed as Dragon's replacement. LWO ran over No Quarter Catch Crew. Carlito hit Damon Kemp with a backstabber. Then Cruz del Toro connected on a 540 splash to win. That is a sum of that. But this was a solid tag team match, but lacked serious heat without Dragon Lee involved. Carlito worked this as a veteran that was bigger than the action. The action was crisp throughout, especially from Del Toro and Joaquin Wild. I'm sorry about that. I had a trip. My mind fucking slipped.
Love to watch Carlito come in and do a backstabber and
against the talented heels.
Beat some people up.
It just had potential to be more with the previous weeks of build-up. No Quarter Catch Crew has failed time and again unless Charlie Dempsey pulls off a major upset in All Japan Pro Wrestling and capture the Triple Crown. This group lacks all credibility. What? Is he going? What? That's wild. It may take a complete reset, including the arrival of William Regal to elevate the stable.
Ooh, William Regal.
The result: LWO wins against No Quarter Catch Crew, and they graded it. Bleacher Report grades it a C plus. Notable moments: Charlie Dempsey was not with No Quarter Catch Crew because he was in Japan. He will face Nakajima for the Triple Crown Championship on January 3rd. That's wild that they're letting them go over there to All Japan Pro. Did you hear about Dolph Ziggler? Dolph Ziggler debuted in. This is All Japan Pro. This isn't New Japan.
It's not New Japan.
Yeah, this is something else. So, but New Japan Pro, Dolph Ziggler just debuted. But All Japan sent out a tweet. All I can understand from this is never miss the history. Because everything else is in Japan, Japanese. I mean, so what do you think about that?
I mean,
got some Carlito business.
I would really like to see him spit in the face of people who don't want to be.
Oh, he did that.
I guess is over. Oh, he did spit.
Oh yeah, he did that. Oh yeah, never mind. I just forgot to read this, but I do remember seeing that. Drew Gulak was not happy with his group after the match. Carlito spit apple in his face.
All right, good.
Totally forgot about that happening. So I guess you have better appraisal of that then.
Yes. I didn't get to see Carlito spit in people's faces at the pay-per-views.
Yeah. So the next match after that was Roxanne Perez versus Ariana Grace. Ariana Grace was no match for Roxanne Perez despite her overconfidence. The Prodigy put her away with Pop Rocks. Grace kept goading Perez until she attacked her. The Prodigy refused to let up, and the referee decided to reverse the pinfall decision, awarding Grace the win.
What?
Yeah, and then it said, and Dodie was like, they typed on Twitter, or X, what just happened at Roxanne Perez was truly snapped. Okay, so what had went on? This was a notable performance from Grace, who stepped up against Perez. The two have chemistry to spare and could further lean into this feud in the future. The dynamic worked wonders to sell both women's growing character. The Prodigy has leaned into this growing anger, showing off more personality than she has ever. The result was a unique choice that would not work for most stories, but helps both women long term. Grace defeated Perez by disqualification after the referee reversed the original decision. Bleacher Report grades it a B. Notable moments in the match was Ava Rain explained to Kelly Kincaid why she had become Shawn Michaels' assistant before announcing the return of the Men's Dusty Classic next week. Baron Corbin convinced Braun Breaker to team with him for the Men's Dusty Classic. Nathan Frazier and Axiom agreed to team up. Now that's a big one right there. That's going to be good. OTM, Out the Mud, that's what that means. Out the Mud sent a warning to the family ahead of their title shot next week. The family talked up their support Adriana Rizzo before running into Joe Gacy, which popped out of a fucking trunk, Joe. They had another person in the trunk, I'm guessing, because in the storyline, they were wondering where the other person went out of the trunk. So Joe Gacy pops out of a car trunk. In the storyline, I'm guessing Tony D'Angelo has a body in the trunk at this point, okay? And they're wondering where the fuck the body's at. And Jay Gacy says, "Oh, I thought we were doing something with the river or something tonight." So basically, he gave him to the fishes.
Wow.
Yeah, Joe Gacy popped out of a trunk.
Somebody killed somebody and fed him to the fishes.
This ain't the first time we've heard some stuff like this on NXT, okay?
Murder. That's good. I love it.
there's more to this whole shit because we no. Okay, so never mind. We don't. Okay, so that was the end of that. I totally.
Joe Gacy is murdering people, dude.
Well, it's actually Tony D. Tony D'Angelo's doing all the murdering. Because he tossed that one cat off the river, into the river. He ended up going to AEW later, but now he's on Ring of Honor. But either way, yeah, we got Joe Gacy just doing some wild shit right now. Go Joe. I love Joe Gacy. We love Joes on this channel, okay? We love Joes. Samoa Joe, Average Joe. No, I'm just playing. We don't like Average Joe. Fuck him.
Joe.
We like all the Joes.
All the Joes.
And all the Matts. Anyway, we have a pretty wild match here, Joe. It is a stipulation match, okay? It's a very unique stipulation match. Wording wise, we've had matches like this before, back in WCW with Virgil and all that probably, and all this other stuff, but it's servant or farmhand. So if Tiffany wins, she gets a servant. If Fallon Henley wins, she gets a farmhand. So it's Tiffany Stratton versus Fallon Henley, which is the country girl with those country guys. If that makes
Tiffany
any sense.
Stratton versus Fallon Henley.
Yeah. Servant and farmhand.
Servant and farmhand match.
Yeah.
And so one of them, I mean, they basically are indebted to each other forever as a servant.
Yeah.
If the other one wins.
Yeah.
Ric Flair's done it. We've had gimmick matches like this before. And it's Tiffany Stratton
and Fallon Henley. Fallon Henley.
Is it it's a gimmick match, of course. Is it a no holds barred match?
She tried to use a chair shot. She did try to use a chair.
The referee stopped it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I like Tiffany Stratton as the hardcore Barbie. I don't know. I mean, I guess I feel okay about her as just a regular wrestler. But
yeah, well, Henley blasted Stratton with the running knee to win.
Wow.
Yeah, welcome to the ranch.
Fallon won.
Yep. Stratton and Henley it will just click. This was a pure brawl and worked because these two were in sync throughout and was not a show stealer. But it was absolutely worked. It absolutely worked, I mean. It was a physical battle of top women that ended perfectly. After all the teasing, Henley was definitively beaten the center of the universe, while this will force Stratton to work as a ranch hand for a day. It is more important in setting up Henley as a top contender. It would not be surprising if the story leads to Stratton and Henley tagging together, building a team that can immediately challenge for the Women's Tag Team Championship on the main roster. Henley defeated Stratton by the pinfall, forcing the center of the universe to become a ranch hand for a day. Grade A-.
Wow. They gave it a good score.
Notable moments. This match got a strong hype package before the entrances. Henley went right after Stratton. After entering the ring, she kept the aggression throughout. Gigi Dolan and Cora Jade got into a little tiffy-taff in the locker room and agreed to a match next week. Then we had the men's breakout tournament finals. So whoever wins this gets a contract for the new star of the year. And we have Oba Femi versus Riley Osborne. And Oba Femi is this big dude, man. He is huge. But Oba, he dominated Riley with ease early on, but the Chase University student pushed through to get back into the fight. Femi cut him off with pure power, winning with a pop-up elevated power bomb. The strength of Femi is impressive to watch. His power was on full display in this contest, memorably throwing around Osborne throughout. He is fun to watch in a way that will translate to major matches. He was the right man to win. Osborne has not figured it all out yet. He is a solid high flyer, but will struggle to stand out next to some of the greatest athletes in the world on the main roster. Femi stands out immediately. He is he he has unique or genuine star power and looks like the best in his class from the first WWE NIL recruitment, where he still works with his character focus and all that stuff. Once he figures that out beyond the ring and all that dominance, and he'll be a dominant member of the roster, is what they're saying. And he defeated them. It was a big move. It was a great move. They gave it a C plus. NXT showed a video packages hyping both men in the finals. Thea Hale wished Osborne good luck before the match. She and JC Jane joined the Chase U student section to cheer him on. Femi got his knees up to counter the shooting star press, followed by slamming Osborne to the mat repeatedly.
The shooting star press.
Yeah. So as soon as he did that, he picked him up and slammed him repeatedly. After the match, backstage, JC Jane announced that she was taking over and planning for Chase U, starting with pairing up Duke Hudson and Osborne for the Dusty Classic. Ridge Holland talked about his history with injuries. He explained that he came to NXT to show who he is. So overall, that was a good match with the finals and all that, because we have two breakout stars. They're both going to be used. It was just one's going to get a title match and get a contract. So, but we have a number one contenders match for the world title. We have Trick Williams versus Grayson Waller.
Trick Williams versus Grayson Waller.
Grayson Waller. So this was a good match.
Yeah.
Kelly Kincaid announced that Ilya Dragunov could not be cleared to compete tonight. Grayson Waller mocked Trick Williams backstage until Carmelo Hayes announced that Trick would fight him and all that stuff for the championship. Shawn Michaels announced the former NXT championship was very interested in the match. It was Kevin Owens who blasted Waller with the right hand, this to set up Trick to hitting the running knees to win. Because Kevin Owens was there that night, and Kevin Owens blasted him. Blasted that ass.
NXT.
Yeah, because he's on NXT. He did some NXT work because he's involved with it somehow. Because of Grayson Waller, he hates him. So yeah, then we had Trick Williams defeating Waller. So he's getting a title shot. It's B negative. B, not B negative, B minus or whatever you want to call it. Trick almost, these are notable moments. Trick almost won it with a bookend off the top, but Waller got his foot up on the rope. Waller hit a running return flatliner, but only got two. Mello almost distracted Trick for the loss near the end, despite being told to stay in the back. So, I say, great NXT.
That does sound like a good show.
NXT was fantastic this week, guys. Like and subscribe. This is the High as Fuck.
This is the High as Fuck podcast.
Yeah.
With your boy.
And we love to give you the stuff. And we want to send you down to all these places. Because we want to. We want to do that shit to you. We love
Go to
you.
Southwick Plaza Tobacco and Vape, Nordan Shopping Center Tobacco and Vape.
4th, then.
Go to Cane Creek.
Gotta go back to real life.
I was trying not to do it on the pod, dude.
No, I was just saying gotta get back to real life. I was just saying that out loud, dude. Dude. Out loud, dude. Because this is, yeah. So you want to go through Dynamite? No. Alright. Well, we will see Joseph later.
Raw day one was amazing. Obviously, like, when I can, I'm going to watch other stuff. Raw is my contribution, of course, to the weekly shows.
Yes. And I was just glad you was able to get on and talk with us with the Raw and NXT.
Of course, the Highest Folk podcast community, Joe Cool loves you. You know this.
Yes. He loves us all. But we are going to finish with the Dynamite results in a few minutes. And we're back with the format part or section of the podcast where Joe Cool is not here. It is just me, ladies and gentlemen, on the format. Anyway, we're talking about AEW Dynamite. Alright? Dynamite. AEW Dynamite, January 4th. I'm just like, wow, this really happened. But anyway, so tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite was broadcasted live from the Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle, Washington. Excalibur, Tony Schiavone, and the Human Suplex Machine Taz were the broadcast team for the night's event. Like and subscribe and donate if you would like. It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Absolute Ricky Starks versus the Ocho Chris Jericho with the Jericho Appreciation Society. Hold on, wait a minute, people. I have the wrong. Hold the fuck up here for a minute. Hold on, 1 minute. 1 minute, folks. I have looked up the wrong thing. Never mind. I can't believe I said that. Anyway, so exclude what I just said about Ricky Starks and all that shit. Anyway, so we have AEW. It's January 3rd, 2024. Anyway, it is not where I said it was, but we are in New Jersey. Newark, New Jersey. I'm on the Highest Fuck podcast. Just high as fuck. We open up with the footage from last Saturday where Samoa Joe stands by with his newly won AEW World Championship. He talks about what MJF did to keep the title back at Grand Slam and how that all came back to haunt him at World's End. Joe ends by saying he will always take what he is his. He is Samoa Joe, the AEW World Champion, and he will take everything from anyone who tries to take that title from him. We look back at what happens at World's End with Adam Cole revealed himself as the devil alongside the Kingdom, which is now called the Undisputed Kingdom, Roderick Strong, and Wardlow before cutting the ring to ringside, where Adam Cole and his crew arrive with new music. They head down to the ramp with Cole noticeably still injured as he reveals the devil mask before entering. Roderick tells the crowd to shut up and listen to his friend Adam before handing the mic to Cole. Cole asks why the crowd doesn't have sympathy for him. Get it? Sympathy for the devil. Considering MJF is the guy who has made more enemies in the AEW than anyone else. Blah, blah, blah. He calls him a narcissist and all this stuff, and the fans go crazy. The segment was crazy because they all sitting there. Cole is still hurt and all that stuff, but they just, I mean, it's a lot here. I'm not going to read all this, but anyway, that's what happened and all that stuff. But, But either way, the Acclaim came out there and the Bullet Club Gold came out there, and they fighting all the way up the ramp and had a big old brawl out there as well. That's what happened. So that was a wild moment. So WrestleView.com said that was a hell of a opening segment. Cole being the devil was curious twist, and we got some details as to what this new Undisputed Kingdom is looking to going forward, only for Bullet Club Gold and the Acclaim to look for revenge. So it was cool. We had a video package of Eddie Kingston overcame the odds at World's End, winning the Continental Crown by beating Jon Moxley. We get the rundown of the lineup for the night, followed by a video package from Daniel Garcia to hype up his match tonight in the main event. Back at ringside, Orange Cassidy heads to the ring for our opening match. Out next is Dante Martin, and the match is away. So it's Orange Cassidy versus Top Flight's Dante Martin in a high-flying great match. This match was phenomenal, and it's for the belt, for the International Championship belt. This match is good. Orange Cassidy wins, of course. Just fucking great match. Phenomenal. Big ass, just great match. Retains the belt. Okay. But anyway, so Hook and Danhausen come down to check on Cassidy as Darius and Andretti run down to check on Dante before he and Cassidy shake hands. It's all nice and lovely, but the mood changes as Private Party arrived, guys. Private Party came back. We were wondering where Private Party was at. Well, here they are. They have came back. They have reintroduced themselves to the crowd again, and they're declaring some tag team titles for the new year, and that is great. Okay, so WrestleView.com says good opening match, nice action from Dante and Cassidy. Also very, very excited to see Private Party back, especially with Mark Quinn's return. So amazing shit there. Commercial break. We'll get Ramai's match next. A video package, House of Black accepts FTR's challenge for Collision on Saturday, which we're going to be talking about that. Them, if they lose, they will disown their own family and accept their new family. Backstage, Renee interviews Swerve Strickland about the main event tonight with Daniel Garcia. Swerve talks up his showing in the Classic, saying he respects that Garcia is after the same thing Swerve is, championship gold. Swerve says that big pressure is about making pain, not diamonds, and all that mess. Says whose house? Swerve's house. This is, of course, gets the crowd to respond and the kind of declaring the Swerve's house. Before it cuts to the back, ringside, where the Mariah May heads to the ring for her in-ring match. So it's Mariah May versus Queen Aminata. I can't pronounce it, sorry. Mariah May won, which means, okay, so I'm going to tell y'all something. Deonna Purrazzo came out there and she's challenging for stuff. She's now AEW Elite, so that's pretty dope that we have Deonna Purrazzo in the company. So good match overall. I liked it. So we had the commercial break, and we also had Christian Cage come out there and blab his gabs. Fast forwarded that because I don't care about Christian Cage. But anyway, they were blabbing their gabs about a bunch of dumb shit. We go backstage where the Outcasts were standing with Renee with their new friend Harley Cameron. Renee tries to find out what's going on, and they blow her off and they leave her. We're okay, so now we got Kanushka Takeshita makes his way to the ring with Don Callis for our next match. Callis heads to commentary as Darby Allin makes his way to the ring next. Before this match gets underway. Everyone is banned from ringside. Darby Allin versus Takeshita. So, it's a great match. They start up some flurries. It's impactful and all that. It's a pretty amazing match. But yeah. Let's see. Takeshita gets the win and all that. So that happened. But it's a really good match, all in all, for Dynamite. Another commercial break. The Don Callis family backstage challenged to Sting for a match against Powerhouse Hobbs. Back at ringside, Eddie Kingston heads to the commentary for our next match. Trent Beretta hits the ring, followed by Brian Cage, as we see Brian Keith in the ring before Van Kingo heads to the ring and all that stuff. We have a fatal four-way match with Trent Beretta, Brian Cage, Brian Keith, which I'm very high on Brian Keith right now. I like him quite a much. And then El Higo del Van Kingo. He is very dope. That match was phenomenal as well. Trent Beretta wins and is now the number one contender for the Continental Crown Champion. Now he's got to face his best friend, Orange Cassidy. It's going to be crazy. Backstage, we hear from Renee and Daddy Magic before Hangman Page interjects, says he's looking for a fight. We have backstage ringside, we have some Swerve Strickland makes his way to the ring for the main event. Daniel Garcia. So now it's Daniel Garcia and Swerve Strickland. That match was phenomenal, people. Like and subscribe. That match was phenomenal. Like and subscribe if you like Swerve Strickland. Swerve Strickland, phenomenal match. He won. Swerve Strickland won, people. Anyway, that was the Dynamite review. Our quick match results. We had Orange Cassidy and Dante Martin in the International Championship match. We had Mariah May versus that Queen. We have Takeshita versus Darby. We had Trent versus Brian Cage, Brian Keith, and Van Kingo. And we had Swerve Strickland and Daniel Garcia. So overall, that was a great card, if I be honest. That was a great Dynamite in general. I enjoyed watching every bit of Dynamite. What a phenomenal card. But yeah, so anyway, like and subscribe. And now we are going to be talking about the next program on our agenda here, which is, what is next? We're going to talk about TNA for real quick. TNA is going to be back, and this is going to be the time that we talk about TNA, which is our Thursday night show. But there's nothing really to talk about for TNA this week because TNA is just doing highlights of years past, like the old TNA. So there was a lot of old TNA matches. So if y'all have on demand, y'all might want to go check that out because it was showing a lot of old stuff with AJ Styles, Jerry Lynn, and just like a collection of shit within that time period, and shit, trying to get us hyped for the new TNA and all that stuff. So that is what I was talking about in the beginning of the show, how it wasn't much to say, but I was going to wait for the TNA slot to talk about TNA. Ring of Honor this week. I don't know when Ring of Honor comes on, but we can look up Ring of Honor results, which I think they come on like Thursdays as well. So it would be, let's see. See if I can find some Ring of Honor results here. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Here's Ring of Honor. So we're going to talk about Ring of Honor. I don't know what day Ring of Honor comes on. January 4th. It comes on with with TNA. So, with TNA, we will be talking about TNA and Ring of Honor at the same time. We'll talk about TNA and we'll talk about Ring of Honor. Vice versa. So, Ring of Honor, so we have January 4th, 24. Ring of Honor results. Here we go. We had, to start off the whole thing, they had the highlights of World's End. They had Griff Garrison with Cole Carter. We were just talking about him. Cole Carter was the guy that Tony D'Angelo ended up, sending to the fishes. But he defeated Serpentico, and Serpentico was out there with Angelico. Griff Garrison hits Serpentico with a torture rack bomb to secure the pinfall victory. That's pretty cool. Like, I mean, I didn't watch Ring of Honor, but like, just gonna be talking about it a little bit because I'm still trying to get into the groove of watching all the Ring of Honors and all that stuff. But I'm being honest, I totally forgot to watch about Ring of Honor. But I feel like let's go ahead and talk about it so I can get in the routine. We had Lance Archer defeating. He defeated J.P. Harlow. I'm not sure who that is, but that must have been a good match. Dalton Castle with the boys defeated Pretty Peter Avalon, which I like Peter Avalon, but not anymore. Not anymore, but I did. But Dalton Castle's the man, so he beat Peter Avalon. That's pretty cool. So we had Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky were backstage. Scorpio Sky says Page is most talented man in the Ring of Honor roster and his best friend. Sky says Page was there to support him when he was TNT champion and all that. Page says he's his best version of himself and all that. So that's good to hear. Men of the Year and all that. That's good. I love Ethan Page. I watch his toy show. Go look it up on YouTube. Ethan Page vlogs or whatever it's called, and I love it. Just go look at it. We got the Queen again. We got the Queen defeated Maya World. I don't know who Maya World is, but like I said, I'm gonna have to go and watch Ring of Honor. Pretty sure it was a good match, but we had Shane Taylor promotions defeated the boys and the infantry. Okay. The tag team rivalry isn't done in Ring of Honor. Garrison and Cole Carter are backstage. Carter says they are dictating Garrison's wins to Maria Kanellis, but dedicating Garrison's win to Maria Kanellis, but Garrison didn't seem on board with that. They are jumped by Serpentico and Angelico and left lying. Wild, right? This just sounds wild. So I'm going to definitely be checking out Ring of Honor. We have got Red Velvet defeated Alex Garcia. So that's cool. We had Mercedes Martinez and Diamante. That's my girl, Diamante. They beat Layla Hirsch and Rachel Ellering. Her father just came back to WWE. Her father is with the AOP with the Karrion Kross right now. That's wild. Kyle Fletcher defeated Willie Mack from Lucha Underground. He was in Lucha Underground for a while time. He retained the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. So that was really cool. We had Dalton Castle backstage. Castle says he's exhausted and that he hasn't slept since Final Battle because he's worried about the state of the Ring of Honor. Castle says Johnny TV costing him the world championship, costing him the championship and everything. Johnny TV and Taya Valkyrie show up and mock Castle. Castle tells him to shut up. Says they took everything from him. Johnny TV says they'll take him home and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. And they kiss in front of him. We had Vikingo, Commander, and Lee Johnson with Alex Abrahandas defeating Gringo Loco and the Workhorsemen. Good to see Gringo Loco in the Ring of Honor. I'm definitely wanting to check this out. So that's cool to hear. So I guess that was the main event of Ring of Honor. So interesting. That Ring of Honor read, it was very interesting. That's what I'm saying. It read interesting as hell is what I'm trying to say. Like, just really good. So, Ring of Honor. Y'all go check that out. We're going to get some, well, shit, OVW comes on the same time. So, OVW comes on at the same time as Ring of Honor. Y'all, OVW comes on at the same time, same day. So I don't know. That's hard to read. But anyway, so like and subscribe. I hope y'all are enjoying this podcast because every Sunday it's going to be the end of the week podcast where, like we do this right here because I just feel like this is a good idea because you get everything on Sunday. You get to hear me talk about everything. So we're going to skip OVW for right now because I can't find anything. But anyway, so what would be next if we've done Thursday? We are going to WWE SmackDown. SmackDown in the new year. SmackDown Revolution. New Year's Revolution. So that's what we're going to go into. And I want y'all to like and subscribe. I don't know why it's not popping up so fast, man. But anyway, let's see. Scooby Doo, man, we got this shit. It's January 5th for SmackDown New Year's Revolution, which I thought was cool this year that I guess they're using these old titles or old names to do the SmackDowns and stuff. I guess I don't know. It's fun. We'll have to live with it. We were talking about SmackDown from 1/5/24. United States Championship Tournament, Kevin Owens versus Santos Escobar with Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. Great match, okay, guys? That was a great match, hands down. But before the match starts, Logan Paul walks down to the ramp and does commentary the whole night. So that was pretty cool to have Logan Paul actually be there because he is, the champ. It's only fitting. So that was great to see. The winner and new number one contender is Kevin Owens. So we're going to see Kevin Owens versus Logan Paul. So that, I think, is the best thing you can get out of SmackDown for this year right now. So that's one way to shut Logan Paul up. So is what WWE is saying. So it's crazy. But I'm really, Logan Paul grabs the mic and he congratulates Owens and stuff like that. All that stuff. But we have an in-ring segment with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, so it's a pretty cool moment. Then we also had motherfucking. Okay, so let me tell y'all something. Damn, Karrion Kross, Authors of Pain, and Scarlett come out there and destroy the Street Profits. So that was probably my favorite motherfucking part of SmackDown New Year's Revolution. I am so fucking jacked off that moment, folks, that they like and subscribe is in order if y'all like that moment, because a comment if you liked the Authors of Pain and all that coming back, because I am so jacked from that. That is so dope. I am excited. I love Authors of Pain. They were cool. There was Karrion Kross and they have Paul Ellering. I just think it's the dynamics there and it's needed. We have WWE Women's Championship. Io Sky champion with Dakota Kai versus Mi Chin. Great match there. I mean, that was a great showing there with the two females because look, girl hits it. Look, Mi Chin hits Styles Clash off the top rope. I think to win that shit. And all Sky tries it over to the but she does do it. Oh, the winner and still WWE champion, Io Sky. But great match right there. The Wise Man has a lot to say. He really does. Up next is the Pretty Deadly will face Butch in a tag team match, but Butch has to find a partner though. Backstage, Damage Control congratulates Sky on her win. Bailey, all that stuff. Bianca Belair walks out. Look at the Kabuki Warriors. All that. We had all that. Pretty Deadly versus Butch and Tyler Bate. People. Okay, so I fell asleep, but I have to. I'm getting this done. I ain't got time to really rewatch a lot of this stuff. But anyway, so Pretty Deadly versus Butch and Tyler Bate. Damn, we got Tyler Bate. Man, we got the brawl. What they call? What they called? Oh yeah, British Strong Style. So that's pretty dope. To have the winners are Butch and Tyler Bates. So that's cool to see. Backstage we have Ashante the Adonis is the GM. Is in the GM Nick Aldis's office. Adonis says he doesn't want Aldis to feel sorry for him. He just wants to have an opportunity. So I guess that's what he does. So number one contenders match: Randy Orton versus AJ Styles versus LA Knight. Baby, great match right here. Um, just phenomenal. No pun intended. It was out of nowhere. Got RKO'd out of nowhere. Definitely. But yeah, like I said, phenomenal match. But I'm trying to see. It was a no contest. Wow. I don't remember that, but it was a no contest, Matt. It's just no contest. So that's kind of crazy. But that was the main event of SmackDown. Um, so, but Reigns powerbomb Styles. Sokoa hits Orton in the head with the ring stairs. Yeah, it get crazy at the end because the Tribal Chief came out there, and fucked some shit up, donkey dick. So that was all that. So like and subscribe. That was SmackDown for the New Year's Revolution. This is the New Year's week, the first week of the New Year's review. And like I said, we're gonna be doing this every Sunday. Every Sunday, it will be a podcast with every wrestling show that I watch and know about in that week that I'm watching it. That's Sunday. Tomorrow, this is coming out Sunday. This is what we're doing. Putting it all in one podcast, one day a week. It helps. It just helps, and it's just the way we want to go into the new year. We may have some extra shows and some extra stuff down the line, like here and there. But right now, we're going with a weekly thing. Every Sunday, you will get every show imaginable. So that would have been the. Now we are going to talk about AEW Rampage. That's what we're going to go. We're going to go with Rampage. Rampage was, I mean, I liked Rampage for what it was and for what it is. I really do like Rampage. So it's a great show. We had Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale in action. We had Wheeler Yuta versus Commander. We had Akira Shida and Anna Jay. We had the Hardy Boys and Mark Briscoe versus the Butcher, the Blade, and Kip Sabian. Oh man, come on now. So we start off with the Hardy Boys and Mark Briscoe versus Butcher, Blade, and Kip Sabian. This match was phenomenal. I love this match. Okay, so I'm talking about it. It's a good match. All right, it was a good match. The Hardys and Mark Briscoe do defeat Butcher, Blade, and Kip Sabian, but it was a C plus match. All the Briscoes little all of Briscoe's little yells and screams can be unintentionally hilarious. The Blade did the thing Roddy Piper always used to do when he had someone in a headlock and he would hold on to their hair when he tried to shoot him off into the ropes. Oh, hell yeah. The Butcher trying to stop Matt from doing his hand gesture was kind of funny. We had Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale versus local talents, Anna Jay. Local talents. And Anna Jay versus Akira. What? Okay, Chris Statlander versus local talents. She's I don't know. She's from there. Anna Jay, great match there. Results are incomplete. Chris Statlander and Willow defeated the local talents. But I don't know what's going on there. That's crazy. I don't get it. But anyway, so Anna Jay. Never mind. I'm doing a whole different match. Never mind. I don't even know what I was looking at. But yeah, they faced local talents. And they took them out. I read that wrong. But anyway, then we have Anna Jay versus Akira Shida. Akira Shida. And that was a great match. Akira defeated Anna Jay. Hardcastle's real last name is Copeland, which is hilarious because Adam Copeland used to go by the name Sexton Hardcastle before signing with WWE. Oh, that's funny. So the girl in that match was Hardcastle. Her name was Kennedy Hardcastle, and her real last name is Copeland. I don't know. And her, whatever. Mimi trained at the Monster Factory, has previous appearances with the Ring of Honor and the Dark Elevation. All that. Jay opted out. All that stuff. We have Commander Willow Uter, which I guess was an okay match that night. I mean, I liked it. It was okay. I'm just saying, like, I don't like Willow Uter or Willow Useless. So I'm like, everything's bad with him. But Uter won. It was a good match though. They shook hands. But that was the main event of Rampage. Giving it a C plus. But yeah, so Rampage was great. So, coming in strong for the year, coming in strong for the year of 2020. 2024. All right, we're going to finish up this High as Fuck podcast with AEW Collision. And what a fantastic collision. I'm probably like one of the best ones I've seen. In later notes or later times I've seen it. Oh, I've seen some really good Collision. Because Collision is like one of my favorite TV show right now. It has to be like number one right now. I don't know. And I'll be honest. I love the arena. I love the name is awesome. Collision. I love the song. I love the arena. The arena is so dope. The matches that you can have, shit like that. So, yeah, I'm a Collision guy. I love it. Anyway, so Collision, like I said, this New Year's week has been good. But, oh, what the fuck? This is weird. Anyway, it doesn't really. It's not showing me what I need. Like and subscribe, people. What the hell, man? Okay, anyway, so AEW freaking Collision. I don't know what the hell, man. Let's go to Bleach Report. The other one was sucky. Anyway, so AEW's been really good lately. I've been loving all wrestling lately, so just as a whole. So, but shit, like the first match was Sting and Darby Allin versus the Workhorsemen, Anthony Henry and JD Drake. That was a good match. It was a good match. Sting and Darby defeated them. It was a B negative. B minus, I mean. So that was a pretty cool one, we had Eddie Kingston versus Trent Beretta, Continental Crown Championship. That match was phenomenal. Eddie Kingston defeated Trent Beretta. like we knew he would, I guess. But, Trent Beretta could have gotten it. They give it a B. Some nice German suplexes take place. We had the Kingdom versus the Commander and Brian Keith, which was a good match as well, hard-hitting. But the Kingdom beat Brian Keith and Commander. Give it a B. Brian Keith's been all over Ring of Honor and AEW programming lately, so hopefully a contract is due to him. We have Adam Copeland, Edge. You don't know, Edge versus Griff Garrison. I didn't know this match was gonna happen, so I love this match. This match was phenomenal. I liked it. So it was a good match between the two. Adam beat him. C+ they give him. Carter's boot almost caught Copeland on the head because they came out. Sky Blue versus Kiera Hogan happened, and that was a good match as well. I liked it. They're just bringing in the new year really big with this. Sky Blue beating Kiera Hogan. Hogan has a decent super kick, I'll tell you that much. Claudio Castagnoli versus Andrew Everett and House of Black versus FTR. Wait a minute, never mind. Hold on, I read that wrong again. So we had Claudio Castagnoli versus Andrew Everett, which was a good showing between the two. But Andrew Everett is an old TNA guy. He's done some wrestling everywhere else too. Of course, Claudio beat him, but it was an incomplete. Then we had FTR defeating the House of Black, so they don't have to join the House of Black now. So that's good. So I think that was. Then we had the final words and all that. But yeah, so I guess that is it. That is all of Collision right there for this week. So I'm guessing that is all the programming we have for you to review. We've already reviewed Raw, NXT, SmackDown, TNA, Ring of Honor, Rampage, and Collision and SmackDown. We might be adding more shows to this every now and again. I mean, it is only an hour and 27 minutes, so there might be another show to talk about. Okay, so we are back, and I did end up finding it is the full results of OVW, Ohio Valley Wrestling 1000, where it took place on Wednesday night, Louisiana, Kentucky. Anyway, the King's Ransom, Maximus and Lioness Khan defeating Hernandez brothers, Christian and Drew. We had Tony Gunn defeating Brandon Wolf. OVW heavyweight title quarterfinal, Justin Smooth defeating Tommy Dreamer. That's a big match. OVW heavyweight title quarterfinals, Billy Gunn defeating Randall Floyd. Hold on. This is weird. No, this is some old shit. Damn it, bro. This is the Highest Fuck podcast. But it looks like it's all real and shit, but this is old. Never mind. Okay, so anyway, let me get back to you. Anyway, so I'm trying to find OVW shit. I looked it up. Dysfunction is ready for 2024. Is this it? I thought this is what I just looked up. Anyway, well, what? Like and subscribe like always. This OVW stuff. I'm gonna at least try. Nope, bunch of stupid Facebook shit, man. Anyway, let's see. It says cage match and all that stuff, but I don't really like that. sheets. Nightmare Rumble is what I'm supposed to be doing, I think. Yeah, Nightmare Rumble. I think that's it. Anyway, we're going to get to it. We're going to get it, okay, people? So just hold on. So anyway. Whew, anyway, it's still not here. Yeah, I meant that. Yeah, that's what I meant. Anyway, so like and subscribe. Damn, this is getting harder and harder to find. Like, okay, here's this, but we are just 24 hours away from Nightmare Rumble. It's I don't know when it's gonna happen. Anyway, 1-7. Anyway, here we go. I think this is it. Anyway, guys, like and subscribe. Nightmare Rumble, yeah, January 7th. That was tonight. No, that's tomorrow. So that's going to be tomorrow. So anyway, so y'all be looking out for OVW tomorrow. It's going to be the Nightmare Rumble. It's going to have Salance Royal and Rucka and ZDP. Wait a minute, no. Salance Royal. It says 1-7, but I don't know if this was last year or not. Anyway, it says the 7th, right? And today is the 7th. That's what I'm saying. And it's already saying defeat and all that stuff. But anyway, so we're not got anything OVW. Anyway, so we are out. This has been the High as Fuck podcast this week in review. The whole week. And like I said, like and subscribe and tune in every Sunday for this podcast. And anyway, this has been your boy Matt Jackson and Joe Cool for the first 50 minutes of this podcast. And we are out like Elvis Presley.